So hello everyone and welcome to yet another home automation project based tutorial video, and this time we tried some unique, new, refreshing way to control, to interact with your home appliances, which is by just scanning those QR code attached to all those appliances. Just take out the smartphone, scan the QR code and toggle your appliances like a magic, okay? So this is kind of a concept. It's not just limited to home automation projects only. When you go through this video, you'll understand this concept and maybe you can find out new ways, new application where this concept can be used. So it's always great to learn new concept, new ideas, and maybe implement those ideas later on in some other fields. That being said, let's start with this fresh new concept. So first of all, let's start with the hardware part of the project. So for hardware part, what I did is I just utilized my previously made home automation project, which are like internet and manual home automation using ESP32, all-in-one home automation using ESP32. So what you can do is you can also utilize your own like previously made home automation projects and change the code of the ESP32 or the Node MCU board, and it will work with this particular concept as well. Okay, so in case you already have those PCB designs and circuit diagrams, what you can do is you can just order your own custom PCBs as I did. Okay, so here I would like to thank GLC PCB for sponsoring those amazing PCBs. Well, you can also order your own custom designed PCB by just uploading the Gerber file of those PCB projects, select the color masking if you really want it, and pay for your order. Now, if you select the fastest delivery option, you may get the PCBs delivered within 7 days. So try ordering your own custom PCBs from GLC PCB to make your project look neat and more compact. So yeah, that was all about the hardware part. Take the relay, take the ESP boards, attach at particular GPIO, and good to go for the hardware. Everything, every magic, every logic is happening inside the code only. So what I'll do, I'll straight away take you to the Arduino code and I'll explain you all the things about how this project is actually working. Okay. So yeah, here is the code which I named as QR Home Automation, as this is working on QR code. First of all, this project, this code will work for both ESP8266 and ESP32 boards, so you don't need to change anything. It is compatible for both the boards. Okay. After that, here I've defined the pin numbers on which I have attached the relay. So here I'm using my internet and manual home automation PCB, which was based on ESP32 board. And if you want that exact same PCB, you can get it for free by ordering techiesms merchandise. The link for that is in the description. Okay. After that, here to provide the SID name and password of your Wi-Fi router. So this whole home automation concept project is working under local area network. So make sure that your ESP32 board and the device through which you will be controlling should be connected with the same Wi-Fi network. Now, here is one great thing. You don't even need to enter the SID name and password on your phone. For example, if any guest is coming inside your home, inside your studio, you don't need to let them type manually about the SID name and password and connect to the router. I'll show you one step using which your phone or any of the phone will get easily connected with the same Wi-Fi network. Straight after that, here I have created a very small web page which will display 4 buttons, as my project had 4 relays. So I have defined 4 different buttons here. Okay. After that, what I'm doing is I'm just enabling a server running on our ESP32 board only, which will be running locally, of course. Okay. Straight after that, here all the Wi-Fi connection logic is written. After that, we are just beginning the server. And here is one important line which is about MDNS server. Okay. So what MDNS means is, see, what happens is, whenever we upload this kind of a local area network or local server cores on ESP32 board, our router assigns a local IP address to that board, and using that local IP address, we'll be able to interact with that particular board. Okay. But what happens is this all are the dynamic local IP address assigned by the router. Okay. So whenever your device get connected, you are not aware about which ID or which IP address is assigned to your board. Okay. So every time it get connected to it, it gets a different local IP address. So it's become really very difficult to get those IP addresses. But here is the solution for that. Using MDNS, you no longer need to remember, or you no longer need to worry about the IP address assigned. You can assign a name to that particular ESP board, and using that name, you can access that ESP board from your local area network. Okay. For that purpose, MDNS is used. Okay. So here I have named my device as ESP. That means that once this code is uploaded, once that board is connected with the Wi-Fi, I can access those relays attached to that board by requesting the address called as esp.local. Okay. No IP address, nothing. Okay. So that's the power of MDNS. But in some of the mobile phones, it may happen that MDNS don't work, so you have to go for the local IP address. Okay. Straight after that, here I have written several functions which are responsible for controlling the relays. For example, in case we are getting the request as LED1/on, it will just turn that GPIO pin high. In case we are getting off, it will just turn the GPIO to low, okay? So based on different addresses, I'm just turning on different relays, okay? And furthermore, what I did is, if I get this address as LED3/toggle, for example, so inside toggle, what I'm doing is, so as soon as this link is requested, this function will open up, and what it will do is, if previous state of LED was high, then it will turn to low, and if the previous state was low, it will turn to high. So whenever we request the same link, it is turning on and off the relay, turning on and off that particular pin, okay? Basically, it is toggling that pin. So that's why I defined these functions as well, just to toggle the appliances, okay? Straight after that, in the loop, we are doing nothing. The server is handled by default. Okay, so all the links are handled by default by this particular ESP board. So that was the simple code. Based on the link request, we are just turning on and off the appliances. That's pretty simple code. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll straight away upload this code onto my ESP32 board, and after that I insert this ESP32 board onto my PCB project. Okay, so that was all about the coding part as well, but still we are left with that magical part, like how we will be creating the QR code, what data will those QR code contain. So that thing is remaining. So let me just explain you that thing as well. So first of all, for creating the QR code, you need to go to one website called as qrcodemonkey.com, which is a superb website where you can design your own customized QR codes absolutely free. Okay, so based on the code, we got to know that the appliances will be controlled based on a particular link request. For example, if the link is LED1/on, then LED1 will be turning on. Okay, so one thing is clear, we want to design a QR code which contains the data of a HTTP link. Okay, so let's go back to that QR code monkey website, and here I'll stick to URL only. Okay, so here I will create one QR code with the link to toggle the LED1. Okay, so for that the link will be http://esp.local. Again, I said this is using MDNS, so I can write esp.local here /LED1/toggle, because what I want is once I scan the code, the LED should turn on, or the light should get turned on, and next time when I scan the code, the light should get turned off. So I want to toggle this thing, hence why I'm requesting this particular link. Okay, so I have written one link. Okay, if I click on the generate QR code, a QR code containing the data of that particular URL is automatically created. Okay, now you can customize this QR code as well. For example, you can set a particular color if you want. Let me just take it to red. If I click on create, it will turn to red. I can even add an icons in between, just like if I add the icon of, let's say, Bitcoin, if I click on create code, a Bitcoin is added in between. Okay, and I can even change the design of this, we can say square bracket, which is generally called as iframes. Okay, I can choose like this, and if I click on create code, okay, as you can see, we can make our customized QR codes, and that is absolutely for free. Okay, that's it. So once you are like satisfied with your QR code design, just click on download PNG. So by clicking that, it will download the image of the QR code, which will contain the data of that particular URL. Okay, as you can see, here is that QR code. And what I did, I also printed out the QR code with the address as esp.local. Now, one question is, what will happen when we request this particular link? We are not providing any address further on. Well, by requesting this link, what will happen is you will get a whole switchboard onto your phone. That means there will be 4 different relays, and their on off button will be displayed onto that particular smartphone. Without any application, it will open up in a browser. Okay, so with that, you can control all the appliances using those buttons. Now, this kind of QR code I will attach near to the switchboard. So what happens is, whenever a person scans near to the switchboard will appear onto the smartphone, and whenever the person scans the QR code attached to that particular appliance, the appliance will be toggled. So these 2 kind of applications I have entered, or I have made in this particular home automation concept. Now there is really one last thing remaining, which is, as I previously told, this is our local area network based home automation project, and a person need to be connected with our home Wi-Fi network or the Wi-Fi router. And I also said that the guest coming to the home or studio need not to manually type those commands like SSID name and password to get connected to it. It will automatically get connected. Like how? Using the same QR code concept. Yes, what you can do is, inside this QR code monkey website, you can go to Wi-Fi, and here you can enter the SSID name of your Wi-Fi router and password of the same. And after that, just click on create QR code, and it will automatically create a QR code by scanning which that person's smartphone will automatically get connected with your router without sharing any password or any SSID name. Super cool, right? That's it. I'll download this PNG file as well. Now, after downloading all these QR codes, what I did is I just printed out all the QR codes, stick them at a particular place, like the Wi-Fi QR code at the entrance of the door, the QR code of switchboard near to the switchboard, and the other QR code for appliances onto the single appliances. That's it. We are done with all the parts of the project. Now let's just visualize this project in action. As you can see, this guy entered the studio, and once he scans the QR code for the Wi-Fi, the smartphone gets automatically connected with the Wi-Fi router. Now he can easily control the appliances. As you can see, as he just scanned the QR code of this big light, the light got turned on. And now, as you can see, he's going towards the switchboard, and as soon as he scans the QR code near the switchboard, well, all the buttons and the lights appear onto the smartphone, and he can easily control all the appliances with the help of those buttons. So that was a new concept about how to control the home appliances with the help of QR codes, without having any application, without installing anything, nothing. Just your smartphone and those QR code, a paper, and you're good to go to control the appliances. So let me know in the comments about how's this concept according to you. Is it really useful? Is it interesting? How is it according to you? Let me know your thought about this video, about this concept, in one single word in the comments of the video. Let me know. Also, let me know what improvements we can make here. Well, one of the improvement which Jairaj suggested me is, he told me that, Jairaj is an intern at techiesms today, he told me that rather than QR code, NFCs are a very good option. Like, you can just tap and control rather than waiting for scanning that QR code. Well, Jairaj, that was a really good idea. Thanks for it. Similarly, if you have any other idea about interacting with appliances in a new, interesting way, to share those ideas in the comment of the video. Like this video if you really enjoyed this new concept. And that being said, ending this video here and now. Just wait for next video, then explore, learn, share with me, techiesms.